Chosen ones, if you're truly on a path, if you're truly on a path of being chosen by God, or having been chosen by God, you will by now realize that isolation or hermit life is a part of your blueprint. It's a huge part of your blueprint, chosen ones. Being in isolation, being by yourself a lot. There will be phases in your life, especially when you've not gone through your first spiritual awakening, chosen ones, when you're still living a physical life, or you're still living a animalistic life, because there's a phase of your life where we are like animals. We act based on our instincts, stuff like that. But when your journey commences, when that triggering occurs, whether it be a great hurt or trauma or pain, it normally triggers us into spiritual awakening. And spiritual awakening means that the veil is now being lifted from our eyes, and we're now seeing life, or seeing this reality, accurately. We're now seeing the truth about our existence. We are now seeing that, and one of the greatest truths that will be revealed to you is how powerful you are. That you're not just a victim of your environment. You're not just a victim of your circumstance. You will realize and understand through spiritual awakening that you are creating your reality. You're creating your existence. You're creating from your inner world. And your inner world is where everything happens. When you create from your inner world, you project onto the screen of the outer world, onto the screen of life, chosen ones. But when you start to awaken from the sleep, from the illusions, from the low vibrational frequencies, from being stuck in your root chakra, that's the 3D realm, your root chakra. That's where all the fears, the programmings, the limited belief systems take place. When you start to spiritually awaken, chosen ones, you start going through your Kundalini awakening, where you start moving up, the energy centers in your body, and as you know, you have 7 energy centers, or your 7 chakras. Your root chakra, which is a base chakra, that's a 3rd dimension. That's fear. And that's the start of your awakening. Then you move to the sacral chakra, then the solar plexus, then the heart chakra and throat chakra. Then you have the 3rd eye chakra here in the middle of your forehead. That's your pineal gland. And the pineal gland, you have to look at even the water that you drink, the toothpaste that you use, is because they tend to have things in it that hardens your pineal gland, so that makes it difficult to awaken. The fluoride that is in the toothpaste, the fluoride that is in the water hardens your pineal gland, so you need to try to use plant-based toothpaste, mouthwash. Look at the water, look at the calcium, not calcium, fluoride that is in the water. And then you have the crown chakra. So as chosen ones, when you go through spiritual awakening, when you become enlightened, you must open your energy centers. Your energy centers must be fully open for you to be fully awakened. Right? So as chosen ones, you know that for you to, or for God, because it's not necessarily you doing it, the triggers occur, and then God takes over, and your team, of course, takes over. Your spirit guides, take over in guiding you through those processes. But you must be open and ready. So being in isolation is a huge part of being a chosen one's life. It's a part of your blueprint. You may feel lonely, but you'll never feel alone. And lonely in the sense that you used to being around people, you used to not having people around you But when you go through your isolation stages, people will be taken out of your lives. You'll just, maybe your phone doesn't ring for days. No one checks on you because you're isolated, and God isolates you. He stops people from talking and communicating with you because he wants you to be focused on him during that period of isolation, chosen ones. And during isolation, that's where the tearing down and the building up takes place, because just like gold, for gold to be purified, it has to go through high temperatures, high temperatures. And I also liken spiritual awakening to, the process of germination. When you plant a seed, it stays underground for a while, and you can't see what is happening underground, but a lot is happening. Nature is taking course in terms of, growing the roots starting to sprung, and it's getting the nutrients from the soil, and the sunlight providing what it needs to provide, energy from the sun. And then after a while of being underground, the process of germination, you'll see the sprout coming up through the soil. And that's just like us, chosen ones. We have to go through that period of preparation, a period of being set apart from the noise, the hustle and bustle of society, of life, of friends, of family, of people, just the chatter. We have to be set apart, chosen ones, for that honing, that preparation, because of the battles that we have to, face, because we are 5-star generals, chosen ones. We are our crown on our shoulders, 5-star generals. So, chosen ones, you must embrace isolation. It's a part of your journey. It's a part of your journey, and eventually you'll realize that. Because for me now, chosen one, almost everyone has been taken from my life. And if I did not go through so many periods of isolation, where I'm isolated for like years, I'm just by myself. If it's not my job I'm just by myself. And I'm going through the battles, the spiritual warfares, encountering those, and just going through the shifting, the breaking down, and the building up. And at this point in my life, chosen ones, I've gotten through codependency. I've gotten through worthiness wounds, where I didn't feel like I was worthy. I felt like I had to do more for people to love me. I went through all of that. I'm now able to put up healthy boundaries. I'm able to say no and be definitive in my responses. And when you start standing up for yourself, people will flee, because they realize they have no more power over you. They have no more control, and they know that their intentions were not pure. They did not have good intentions towards you. Because you'll be wondering then, why is it that now that I'm able to stand up for myself, people don't appreciate me anymore. They don't want to have anything to do with you, because their intention was just to use and abuse you. But I'm here to tell you, chosen ones, that eventually God will allow the right people to come into your lives. Because so you increase in energy, frequency, and vibration, you will attract the people that needs to come into your life who are of similar energy, frequency, and vibration, because everything is about energy, frequency, and vibration, chosen ones. So I'm just saying to you today, chosen ones, that isolation and hermit life is a part of your blueprint, so you need to embrace it. And it's during this stage that God speaks to us, and we learn to recognize God's voice. So even when we are out there in the noise, in the chatter, and God speaks to us, we know that it's God. We know God's voice. We know to decipher God's voice different from another voice. So we cannot be fooled. It's during isolation that our intuition, our insight, our superpowers enhances, our spiritual gifts enhances. All right, and remember always that you're divinely guided and protected.